Hi, this is Ann with Graphic Design How To, and today I'm going to show you how to simplify complex designs in Adobe Illustrator. And this is something that might be good to do if you're handing off your vector artwork to a screen printer or something like that, or if you're trying to get it to work in a certain software like cutting machine software on Cricut or Silhouette. All right, let's get started. All right, I've downloaded this robot vector from Vecteezy, and I made some changes to it because all these strokes are really thin. You couldn't see them very well. So I thickened those up, and I also added an arch to his head, a warp, just so it makes more sense for this tutorial. So the first thing I'm going to do is just click and hold Option or Alt on a PC to make a copy and put it off the side of the artboard. And the reason we do this is so we'll still have access to the unexpanded paths, and we can make changes a lot easier. With the version we're going to end up with, we will have everything expanded and it will not be easy to edit anymore. But it leaves less room for error if you're actually handing off a vector file to someone. And I want to show you what this looks like. I'll zoom in a little bit and I'll hit Command Y or Control Y. Now you can see here that all of our strokes are just lines. This part of the robot, his head, it actually looks different in this mode because I've warped it here, and this is an effect that can be changed right now. I want to expand this so the actual paths match. Okay, so I'm going to select everything and then just come up here to Object, Expand Appearance. And this has expanded everything that was in the appearance palette except for single strokes. So now if we hit Command Y or Control Y, we can see that this matches what we see in this view. Command or Control Y to get back. Now I'm going to come up to Object Expand, and this will expand all our single strokes. So I'll make sure both of these are checked and say OK. And now when we're done, we should have only fills. This is only fills now. If you notice that there's a question mark here in the stroke area and you have other things in here, go ahead and try it one more time. Go to Object Expand or Expand Appearance and try again. And the end result, you'll want fills only. All right, now if we zoom in here, you'll be able to see that a lot of these areas overlap, and that's going to be a problem with something like cutting machine software, because anywhere the machine sees any kind of path, it is going to cut that. So we need to kind of merge these together, and so to do that, we'll come over here to Pathfinder. Now if you don't have Pathfinder up, you can go to Window, Pathfinder, and it's right here. And all of these other panels will be in Window too. Let's come down here to the third one on the bottom, which is Merge. Now when I click this, it does exactly that. It merges all those pieces together. So now when I hit Command Y or Control Y, nothing is overlapping anymore. I'm going to add a background, so I'll just draw a square with my M tool. Double click on the color and change it to, well, let's just go yellow, make sure it's really bright. And we'll say OK. Now I'm going to send that to the back with Shift Command left bracket or Shift Control left bracket on a PC. Okay, so this will show us what's happening when we move some of these pieces apart. So I'm going to get on my group selection tool, which is right over here. I'm going to click on this little piece and move it. And you can see that behind it is yellow. It's not blue. So that shape has actually been cut out. If we move all of these, you'll see that they're all cut out from each other. So everything's its own individual shape. Basically, every color is butting up against the next color. And so that's all we have to do. Now we can save our vector and hand it off. We can open this in our cutting software and it'll work just fine. Now, one thing I want to mention, this will not work on raster effects, only vector. So if you're running across problems doing this, just let me know in the comments section below and I'll try to help you troubleshoot with those. Alright, if you like this video, please click the like button, and I'll see you next week in another graphic design tutorial. Thank you!